This meeting is a meeting of the Board of Education in public for the purpose of conducting the school district's business and is not to be considered a public community meeting. This meeting is an in-person meeting held at 870 Colfax here in Benton Harbor. In addition, a live stream of this meeting is available at the following link. Questions may be submitted beforehand to natalie.singer@bhas.org or presented in person during the public comment sections as indicated in the agenda. Board members may be contacted through the emails listed below. Requests for special assistance, including for persons with disabilities, may be sent to natalie.singer@bhas.org. I call this meeting to order officially at 6:04 p.m. We'll begin by reciting the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Secretary Triplett, can you please call the roll?
President Robinson,
Present.
Vice President Bowens,
Present.
Secretary Triplett, yes. Present. Treasurer Bradley, Trustee Rocket Martin, Trustee Gavin,
Present.
Trustee Doyle.
Present.
Madam President, a quorum has been established.
Thank you. Up next, we have approval of the agenda. The only items that we have on the agenda tonight are our closed sessions as noted. So at this time, I'll ask, is there a motion to approve the agenda?
I so move.
Is there a second or support?
Support.
The motion has been made by Secretary Triplett and supported by Vice President Bowens. Any questions, comments, or concerns? Hearing none. Secretary Triplett?
President Robinson,
Yes.
Vice President Bowens,
Yes.
Secretary Triplett, yes. Trustee Rocket Martin, Trustee Gavin,
Yes.
Trustee Doyle,
Yes.
motion carried.
All right, next up, we have we have review of our board norms. The Board of Education norms for Benton Harbor area schools. We will treat each other with respect. We will listen to learn. We will refrain from side conversations. We will use our time wisely, starting and ending our meetings on time. We will challenge ideas, not people. We will ask questions when in doubt. There will be no surprises at the board table. We will practice the 7 norms of collaboration. Those are pausing, paraphrasing, posing questions, putting ideas on the table, providing data, paying attention to self and others, and presuming positive intention. Up next, we have public comment on agenda items. Is there anyone present that would like to make a comment on an agenda item? Hearing none, we'll proceed. Protocol as of 9/13/2022. All comments will be limited to 2 minutes per trustee per topic. Our only items of business this evening are a closed session. We have a closed session. The Board of Education may hold a closed session to consider materials such as written opinions of counsel, which are exempt from discussion by state or federal statute. Reference policy number 0167.2F. And that is for a closed session with Clark Hill. And we also have a closed session. The Board of Education may hold a closed session to consider the dismissal, suspension, or disciplining of, or to hear complaints or charges brought against, or to consider a periodic personnel evaluation of a public officer, staff member, or individual agent, if the named person requests a closed hearing. So at this particular time, I will ask if there is a motion. What we'll do is we'll begin one closed session and then we'll enter the other. So we'll do them back to back and then we'll come into open session. So we are taking this vote as a consent vote for both closed sessions. So at this time, I'll ask, is there a motion to end open session and enter closed session per policy 0167.2F and policy 0167.2A?
I make a motion that we go into closed session to discuss the policies that you just said.
All right, is there a second or support?
I support.
The motion has been made by Vice President Bowens and supported by Secretary Triplett. Are there any questions, concerns? Hearing none. Secretary Triplett.
President Robinson,
Yes.
Vice President Bowens,
Yes.
Secretary Triplett, yes. Trustee Rocket Martin, Trustee Gavin,
Yes.
Trustee Doyle,
Yes.
motion carried.
All right, so the board will be entering closed session with Clark Hill as noted, effective 6:08 p.m. All right, at this particular time, I'll ask, is there a motion to end closed session and return to open session?
Make a motion that we return in closed session and return to open session.
Is there a second or support? Support. The motion has been made by trustee Rocket Martin and supported by trustee Doyle. Any questions, comments, or concern? Trustee Gavin, any question, comments, or concerns? Hearing none, Ms. Singer, can you call the roll for Secretary Triplett?
President Robinson,
Yes.
Vice President Bowen,
No.
Secretary Triplett,
Yes.
Trustee Rocket Martin,
Yes.
Trustee Gavin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, we're returning to open session as of 9:02 PM. At this particular time, I'll ask, is there a motion to amend the agenda to allow for a vote to accept the written resignation received?
I so move.
Is there a second or support? The motion has been made by Secretary Triplett and supported by trustee Rocket Martin. Any questions, comments, or concerns? Hearing none, Secretary Triplett?
President Robinson,
Yes.
Vice President Bowens,
No.
Secretary Triplett, yes. Trustee Rocket Martin, trustee Gavin,
Yes.
motion carried.
All right, next I will ask if there is a motion to accept the written resignation of Margaret McDermott submitted to the Board of Education effective June 30th, 2025.
I so move.
Is there a second or support? The motion has been made by Secretary Triplett and supported by trustee Rocket Martin. Any questions, comments, or concerns from the board? All right, hearing none. Secretary Triplett, can you please call the vote?
President Robinson,
Yes.
Vice President Bowens,
No.
Secretary Triplett, yes. Trustee Rocket Martin, trustee Gavin,
Yes.
motion carried.
All right. So that is all of our business for this meeting. Up next, we have open public comment. Is there anyone present for public comment? You have the floor.
Greetings, Board of Education. Dr. Burnix, good to see you there. Looks good on you. I just want to take this time to thank everyone. My 5 years with the district has been one that I cannot forget. Since I came to Barron County in 2015, I took a trip down to Benton Harbor after some people advised me, you shouldn't do that. Benton Harbor reminds me of my home back in Brooklyn. Benton Harbor is a place that is literally felt like home away from home. Since joining the district in 2020, I've had the opportunity to work alongside a lot of great people who have transitioned on to different positions, different opportunities. But I just have to look back at my time here in Benton Harbor Schools and say that Benton Harbor is a unique, special place. It was a hard decision to make, but I think at this time and where we are, it's the right decision that needed to be made. I must say to those that I had the opportunity to work with closer, Vice President Bowen, Secretary Triplett, Ms. Rocket, Trustee Rocket, President Robinson through HR Committee. It has been a pleasure learning and understanding more of the history of the district through you and your experiences, even at our pageants. So I leave bittersweet, but I want to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to serve this community in this capacity for the time period that I did. My church is still here. Everything else I do is still here, so I'm still a part of the community. And I wish Griffin, I wish you were the best as well. Having the opportunity to work together. But nonetheless, these people at this, the individuals at this table and those that are watching online, those that you'll be meeting in your buildings as principals, administrators. You have a great team behind you, Dr. Griffin, and I'm excited for what you will do to continue what others have started here in Benton Harbor Schools. Keep fighting. Fighting back tears. Because something when you feel you had more to give. but timing is everything. So as much as I fought that, I just know this is the right timing. So once again, thank you. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the near future. I wish you all the best.
Thank you. Anyone else for open public comment? Hearing none, we'll continue. Up next, we have superintendent announcements and comments. Dr. Burnett.
Well, as I've said, I don't know how many opportunities I'll be given to do this, so I might as well take advantage of it. I thank the board and I thank all of my colleagues and all the wonderful people that I work with. And I know it's kind of weird and sounds, I'm really looking forward to this school year starting. I know don't shake your head. I'm looking forward to the school year starting.
All right, thank you, Dr. Burnett. Up next, we have trustee Doyle.
She had to leave.
She's gone, Madam President. She's not here.
Oh, I didn't know that she walked out. Okay. Trustee Raquel Martin. I need you on your mic.
October, but the window is open with, for that conference, MASB. So if we could sign up and grow as a group, as a board, it would be great. It's in Grand Traverse, I think, in Traverse City, I believe it is. Also, if we all get like certification 1 or 2, we get a board certificate or a board recognition. So I don't think we're very far from that. So if we could kind of just maybe judge accordingly or whatever, it would be nice if we could do that as a board.
Thank you, trustee Gavin.
I want to thank everyone who is listening on Zoom or who will be listening later. I want to thank Mr. McDermott. I should have done that earlier, but I want to thank Mr. McDermott for his service. I've always had a professionally positive relationship with Mr. McDermott. He's always been very courteous and kind, and I'm appreciative of that. Working with Benton Harbor area schools is a journey. It's a journey that I have partaken in, and I'm grateful for the time that I had to be here. And I appreciate his comments, and I appreciate what he said about being here. I appreciate his connection to Benton Harbor and Brooklyn. I don't think I've ever heard anybody say that before. So I just appreciate his heartfelt goodbye, and I appreciate the time that he's been with us.
All right, up next, we have Secretary Triplett.
Madam President, I'll pass.
All right, Vice President Bowens,
Good evening, fellow board members.
do you have a sign you need to pull out?
What'd you say?
Do you have a sign you need me to hold for you?
I'll get on Facebook.
Okay, go ahead.
And if they're talking about getting accredited and that's directed at me, I like it. But for a speech, I have wrote a speech and I want to read it to you all.
Go right
Today, I
ahead.
want to take a moment to talk about something I believe is essential for all of us. Respecting the process, even when things don't go our way. In life, there are many things we simply can't control. We can't always influence the decision of others, the outcome of elections, and the direction that our community or organization takes. Democracy, by its very nature, involves collective choices. Sometimes those choices may not align with our personal beliefs and presence, and that's okay. I want to be honest. I don't always agree with the decisions my colleagues or leaders make, but despite that, I believe in respecting the process. Even when it's not what I hoped for, it's a sign of maturity and faith in the system we built. As an old proverb reminds us, you can't fight the tides. We must accept that some things are beyond our control and learn to move forward with dignity and respect. In doing so, we not only uphold the principle of democracy, but also demonstrate our strength as individuals and as a community. Respecting differing opinions and decisions, even when we disagree, is what makes us great. And it makes us stronger. And it makes us united. I believe that we can be stronger together when we respect what we say and when we don't agree. I also would like to thank Marvin. You know, when I got placed on the HR committee, we had no HR director. We had no payroll benefit staff. We had a lot of employee morale, and they came in and they developed strategies and tools. They focused on culture and climate. It was just amazing. It was, you know, so I do not agree with his resignation, but sometimes you have to do what's best for yourself. And I accept his resignation, even though I don't agree, and that's why my vote is no. So I would like to say, I will be attending the Black Association of School Board Members, and I hope to get my certification in the Black Business Association of School Boards. After that, good night.
Thank you, Vice President Bowens, for your eloquent statement this evening.
I'll call you after the meeting.
Okay. I'm gonna keep it very brief. I just want to thank you all for being willing to come in this evening. I know that it feels as though we have had a series of marathon meetings, a meeting every week in the last 3 or 4 months. I just want to thank you all for your commitment to this, not only the Board of Education and the work that we do, but your commitment to Benton Harbor area schools. I thought it was very important that we make an effort to meet tonight, because had we not, this 3 hours that we used today would have been stacked on top of Tuesday. So we did ultimately make the best choice. So thank you all for your attendance and rearranging your schedules. Just a reminder, we do have a work session board meeting on Tuesday. We have been flushing through negotiations with our newly appointed or accepted superintendent. I have emailed that out to everyone, the potential contract, and I've heard feedback from, I believe, all of you all. So just a reminder to Gavin, if you could send me, you had an incentive suggestion for curriculum. I think you were planning to send me an incentive suggestion for curriculum. Were you gonna draft an idea for curriculum? I'll talk to you offline. Okay. So if there were amendments or suggestions that you had that you still need follow-up to give me, please do. I want to be able to get that squared away. My goal is that we're able to approve an agreed upon and negotiated contract on Tuesday. I'm trying to pull it off so that our superintendent can start as soon as possible. So again, thank you all for your time. Of course, thank you to Dr. Burnick. Also, thank you to Mr. McDermott for your efforts and your support given to Benton Harbor area schools, serving us in transition, and also being willing to step up to the plate as the Human Resources Director. We do appreciate your efforts. We accept your resignation graciously today, and we do wish you the best in your next future endeavors. So with that being said, thank you to Tech as well, and to our council and Ms. Singer. I'm gonna ask, is there a motion to adjourn?
I so move.
Is there a second or support?
Second.
The motion was made by Secretary Triplett and supported by Trustee Gavin. Any questions, comments, or concerns?
Yes, Madam President. I do
Yes.
want to say this, Dr. Burnick. You just don't know how grateful I am that you stepped up into this role. I mean, it feels like the foundation is being laid for our next superintendent. I think it's being done with integrity. And so I just want, I didn't want to say anything about anything else, but as I looked over there, I'm like, God, I appreciate you and thank you so very, very much for doing this for us. And with that, Madam President, President Robinson,
Yes.
Vice President Bowens,
No.
Secretary Triplett, yes. Trustee Rocket Martin.
Yes.
Trustee Gavin,
Yes.
motion carried.
Meeting adjourned as of 9:16 PM. Have a great night, everyone.